Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Actually, happy Friday because
over there in the distance.
There
Getting in the car
is Dave and Estelle. Hi guys, thanks for calling in and saying hi. Basically, they've been there,
which we're going to later.
Yeah, and decided to come and see us in. Yeah,
very nice.
Nice to see you. Nice.
We'll even put a photograph of them in here.
Yeah. Oh, we've not got one of Dave.
Oh, of Estelle.
Yes. Hi Bob.
Hi Bob.
Bob's got a new mate. I know. There you go. Look, he's gonna have a drag on that woodbine.
I don't know if you look at her face.
Hello. Funky pigeon. Oh, he's in for plate. I've been trying to stop him going for plate, but it's everything. He wanted all of it. Hey, we've got a new subscriber, guys. Check this out. For a change,
They're huge.
we went to Rios, the butcher's on the industrial estate in Torrevieja, because the ribs in Carrefour were crap.
I'm going to feel like Fred Flintstone eating them.
They were $7.40 a kilo, which is in Mercadona there were 6 something a kilo. But
they're monsters.
They're ace. Oh, cherries are on offer. We've got them for it's under €4, so they're $3.50 a kilo. Oh, also, so the ribs are going to have this. We got this from Rios as well, which we never tried it before. Helen's going to be putting that on now or after?
I'm going to put it on now. I'm going to dry rub them in it.
I've took the cap off so it's straight in.
And then I'm going to put a marinade on them after they've cooked for a while.
Does cherry stain?
Yeah.
Right.
Go away, fly.
I'm staining your cutting board.
Oh, that's alright. Oh, it smells nice, that rub.
Is it?
Yeah.
They had about 4 or 5 different ones, but this one we picked for the ingredients.
So what are they for tonight?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think we'll want them chicken wings as well, will we?
Okay, so we've started to get some replacement kit for that went missing. New bag. Look in the description, we'll put links for everything. There will be affiliate links, so it won't cost you any more if you wanted to buy a similar. This one's different to the last one. It's supposed to be waterproof-ish, but not going to be that waterproof. It's got a hole for headphones, but it does also have on the side a USB port, which will connect to the battery pack that we've got. Now, the other thing that we've got are these. So you can see that. This particular brand works with Android. We're going to get some that work with iPhone. So we can track stuff. So basically now everything's tracked. Hopefully. So this weekend we're at 30 odd degrees and I see somebody dipping their feet in the pool. Other thing to suggest to you guys that's got a place in Spain, or even if you live in Spain, we've noticed it in a few instances over the years. People we know didn't know that they needed to do this. If you live in Spain, if you've got a place in Spain, if you've got anything in Spain, make sure you've got a Spanish will. Your English will won't help. Make sure you've got a Spanish will. Your legal advisor can help you and advise, and it's not a massive expense, all right? But do it for your own peace of mind.
Do it for your beneficiaries.
And do it for your beneficiaries and do it for everybody else. The last thing you want is the government taking it on. It's that simple. The other thing is you will get people that say, if you're buying property in Spain, don't use the in-house legal team. I'll agree with that. Use an independent legal advisor. Doesn't mean don't use one that the agency's recommended, because the agency will know people that will do a good job. Remember, the legal advisor is working for you. They're not working for the agent. They're not working for the sellers. They're working for yourself. So don't dismiss any that the agent puts your way. Be wary of people that you may see or hear about at some of the property shows. I'm being very careful what I'm saying here, because sometimes some of the people there can charge you more and not be based. We know somebody that ended up using a legal advisor that was in, let's say, Malaga, down south, Costa del Sol, for a property up here. They weren't in the area, and the costs were probably double what they should have been if they'd used somebody local, and they also had to arrange various bits and pieces themselves.
They didn't even go to the notary.
No, they didn't go to the notary. They had to get their own. So the clients had to get their own interpreter. They'd already been charged a fortune, and then they were charged on top of that. So part of the package, when you get a legal advisor, they should transfer all the utilities over into your name and ensure that all the bills are paid and up to date, nothing outstanding before you take ownership. One last thing as well, which is not good news, we found out last night. At the first YouTubers meetup we did, which was May last year, there was quite a few turned up, including Barry Haler. Barry didn't make the second one in September, October, because a few days beforehand he'd had a car accident. It wasn't his fault from what we'd seen. He was due to have an operation which he'd been waiting for 2 years on May the 4th this year. So he was like, I'm not coming down. 150 kilometre each way, too much of a risk for me to drive. I've been waiting for this operation for a long time. We were like, great, no problem, understand completely. Hope the operation goes okay. We found out last night, unfortunately, Barry was killed in a car accident 2 weeks before the event, so he never even managed to get the operation. So condolences to everybody concerned. All About Spain by Barry Haler, that's who we're talking about if you didn't know. Things that we've bought to replace. You see, this here is a Ulanzi phone bracket. That's one thing. The other thing is the small extending tripod. We've used these. Helen's got one of these already as well, but we've had them since we first started, more or less since 2020. Really good, and they compact like that. Gives you an idea. Oh, they smell nice.
They do smell really good, don't they?
To be honest, I think, me personally, I'd be happy with them just without them.
No, I'm not. I'm putting a marinade on them as well. Because a lot of that's coming off because look how much water's come out of them.
Can't do anything with the water this time. We don't need it for anything.
No.
Here's the potatoes. So they've been baking in the oven till sliced those, and we'll show you that in a little bit with some of this. Here's how you know when it's warm. The way you know it's warm is when somebody that's lived here for at least 5 years is when they first get into the pool. So now it is the end of May, which is typical, eh? Feels like it's going to rain.
So it looks like.
It doesn't look like it's
No.
going to rain.
So,
Over there.
little miss there, look,
Hi.
getting in the pool.
Yeah, I've just had my legs in. That's brave for me. Tomorrow we're doing some gardening, so I know we'll definitely need to be in the pool tomorrow. There's the dogs.
There's the other dogs. In that bowl there is some of Bob's Jack Daniels honey. So there's Bob's Jack Daniels honey with some sweet pimiento, which is paprika.
Yeah, paprika, some onion powder. I don't know if it's going to turn out this or not. I'm going to have a little taste of it in a minute. I think that's that one empty now.
And also in there is English mustard.
Oh, ketchup.
Oh, and ketchup. Tried it with the Jack honey. It was too sweet, really, and it was too runny, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't. No, it weren't too runny. It was just too sweet. I didn't like the sweet taste on it. So we're starting again. But Jack honey. So we have got honey in it because I always put honey in my rib mix. And we'll start again.
So you don't always get everything.
Well, it's just that
That's
you
a bit
can.
like the first time.
It's just that you can buy sort of Jack Daniels rub.
Rub, yeah.
So
Well, not just rub, but that is vinegar.
yeah, we've got a bit of vinegar in it as well.
There are a few other ingredients in there, but
Just
like this. Alvo got this. No idea where he got it from. It's smoked.
Yeah.
So it's a smoked taste, smoked flavour.
So we're not into barbecue sauce, but that's like our own made barbecue sauce, really.
Yeah.
Tastes alright.
Good.
Yeah. It's got a bit of a kick to it now as well. I weren't meaning to do that.
Yeah, that's because. Yeah, I said it needs a little bit of this, only a little bit. which is Blazing Score's hot sauce, when I think she slipped. So what Helen's going to do is she'll slice the potatoes.
So they've been roasted, they've been baked, sorry. The baked potatoes.
Lay them up
There's a little fly doing my
in the
head in.
pan. I thought I'd seen one. I've got the bat in here, so I've got a battery operated bat.
Yeah.
So she'll lay these up with the Mexican salsa and some...
Maybe a little sprinkle of that or a sprinkle of paprika.
This is the stuff from Mercadona, and also gets laid with a little bit of cheese.
Yes, don't tell Alvaro, because he's a very strange boy.
Says he doesn't like cheese, but will eat pizza.
Yeah.
And he's not the only person that does that. There's quite a few you lot as well. Strange people. Can I say that?
Yeah. It's a little bit like a potato lasagna almost.
Yeah. A Mexican one.
Yeah, Mexican potato lasagna. So it is vegetarian, although not vegan because it's got cheese in it, and not unless you use vegan cheese. I've never used vegan cheese, so I don't know how that melts.
Yeah, and there's variations of that as well, isn't there?
Yeah, so let me know if you've used vegan cheese for anything like this, and if it goes all nice and melty and you get a nice cheese pull on it.
One of these went missing. This has got a magnetic on the back. You can change the colour. It's got different effects. You can dim it to 0 to 100%. You can change warm white, cool white, bright white. It'll do flashes and strobes and make it look like a police car and everything. Link in the description for all the stuff that we're getting through. In case any of you guys, I know some of you guys are looking at starting vlogs now. Like, if we can give you any tips, we can do. We're just no good at SEO or anything.
Yeah.
And if you're enjoying this video, please share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Or people you know.
Or if you're not enjoying this video, share it with people that you know that you don't like.
Yes. Don't forget, if you don't like this video, hit the thumbs down button twice. Here you go, look. Mexican potatoes.
Ready for the oven.
Yes. Those of you that's watched know I can possibly be frugal. I wouldn't say tight.
Yeah, I think tight's the word.
We were in the food co earlier today, so known locally as Tesco's, even though they don't do Tesco stuff anymore. They've done Co-op and Waitrose in the past. We think it's the same guys.
They were Iceland's.
Yeah, same guys behind Iceland's, which is
Food Co.
Ocean Foods.
Seafood.
The proper name is the Food Co. They're going to be doing Morrison stuff soon, so they're saying. But today we saw a load of this. Sarson's red cabbage, okay? No big deal. I don't even know if I like the stuff, to be honest. I've bought 8 jars. You're thinking, you don't like it, why have you bought 8 jars? Pure and simple, they were 15 cents per jar, which means that basically, even if we don't use the cabbage, we can use the vinegar for pickling beetroots, bobs, and it's cheaper than...
I do like red cabbage, as long as it's not gone soggy. Because if it's really old, sometimes it goes a bit soggy. I like it when it's nice and crunchy still. The
other ones was Haywood's, I think. They were doing Haywood's at 30 cents a jar, but
obviously people here in Spain don't like red cabbage.
Yes. But it was good. I mean, we will reuse that vinegar because we'll keep reusing the vinegar. Even when we pickle stuff in the past, onions, beetroot and that sort of thing, some of it's spicy, some of it's not spicy, and we'll just reuse the vinegar because the vinegar, as a rule, doesn't go off. I hope.
Oh, we've not killed us yet.
No. Do you want to move that closer?
That's alright. They're monsters, aren't they?
These are huge. I mean, there's my hand, look. That gives you an idea how big these ribs are. Got them from Rios, as mentioned, on the industrial estate in Torrevieja. They're fantastic. Bob's not seen these. Get ready.
I'm going to show him one in a minute.
Hey, Bobber! Look at these.
They're beautiful.
Are they big enough?
They might just be.
I'm just
You
taking one
don't need many of them, do we?
No,
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm not doing chicken wings, because it's just...
Chicken wings are going at barbecue tomorrow.
It's a bit grey up here.
Yeah, that's what Francesca's just said, it looks like rain.
You can see how much there is. That's my hand there. So you can see how much juice, how much liquid, which is a combination of water and fat, that has come out of the ribs. Helen's going to put them back in the oven so that, they dry out a little bit?
Yeah, just dry out a little bit. And then I'm going to put that sauce on them.
stitches there. Have you got clean hands?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. We'll what we'll do is we'll do. Try that.
That's good.
Yeah. Next week on Tuesday, which will have been and gone by the time you see this, myself and Helen are going to a place that is up past Albacete. Which
I'm not going because it's like that up the bloody hills.
we're going with David's coaches. That will be a separate video, so keep an eye out for that because it's somewhere that we've never been before and it looks
very pretty.
Looks very pretty.
It does look
If you
beautiful.
saw when we did our southern Spain road trip for last year, the three of us, when we stayed in Nerja, ignore the dog, we went to a place called Frigliana.
We did. Supposedly the most beautiful village in Spain.
Oh, it has been voted that in the 80s. This place looks like it's on a par.
Well, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll
That's what I'm saying. It looks like it's on a par,
Yeah, we'll
but
make a
But
decision when
we'll
we
all
meet.
see when you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
because
and,
he
I
won't
think,
see it.
and I think we actually meet a retired matador.
we're not into bullfighting. But
No,
hey, it's a bit of
definitely
history,
not.
so we'll go and look see.
Yeah.
We ain't got any nachos. We've got no salsa left.
I've used all salsa in the potatoes.
No, I'm talking about I could do macaroni.
Both sides or one side?
Just one side because then it'll run off
And then you'll coat.
and then it'll go on both sides. Because it's honey, so the honey's going to, as it heats up, it's going to get runnier and runnier.
The honey's gonna get runny.
Yeah. So I'll put it on like, not unless it just sticks to it like that and then it's just not as it's meant to be. But it should. Usually when you make it, it gets runnier and runs off and then I can just coat both sides. See.
That's it for this weekend's vlog. We're hot-footing it on his way to start the next video. Don't forget to drop us a comment. It's a bit windy,
It's a bit windy.
it's a bit early, and catch you later. Bye.